Exploration by Internet Historian, aka Incognito Mode. Let's get into it.
Exploration.
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 Ah,
What is exploration?
that's a good question.
No one's climbed this one before. Whee! Witness this moment, locals. Take note, boy. Yeah, I used to plow once, but I've given it up. Now I'm more of an explorer.
What the fuck does plore mean anyway?
Maybe I should explore my
That's
sexuality. What the hell is that? Under the ocean, I'm afraid
I
there's
love
not much to
Subnautica.
see.
I wish I could forget Subnautica so I could play it again.
A gun.
Oh, I know around around which time this was made.
First things first, a little bit of admin.
Ah, it's ManyKudos.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, thank you.
I just wanted to
Happy
let you know,
Pride Month.
in honor of you, my friend. I'm going to avoid using any homophobic slurs for the rest of the month.
Well,
the rest of the
maybe
month.
just for the next 10 minutes.
Look, I'm still going to say them, but I just won't say them with as much vitriol. How about
How
that?
about I'll pull a Tay-Zonde and pull away from the mic to say
You imagine that? Like, we're just having a chat, and then you just hear, like, a quiet slur, like, just in the mic.
just off in the distance.
Just baculum.
You're right. What, did you say something?
No.
Nope.
No, I didn't.
And of course you've got your Discord set up so that like it's so sensitive that it picks up even the smallest sounds.
The best.
That's a very funny idea.
All right, what did you actually want to talk about?
Hawaii. Let's talk about Hawaii.
We're flying to Hawaii in a couple of months. When you look at that on the map, oh boy, those dudes be out there.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I just heard that Hawaii's going to start like taxing people who go to Hawaii because of environmental impact or something. So it's like if they take a boat, they'll get taxed because they took a boat. I don't know how true that is.
I think in general that would be quite
My friend told me
relaxing
that.
living for the last several thousand years. Just chilling, eating fish and fucking coconuts and stuff.
Yeah, I
That'd be
think
pretty
it was
cool.
fairly brutish as well. Like, Captain Cook, he died in Hawaii, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
He
Captain
got run
Cook.
over by a Toyota Corolla, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And he got killed by the locals. And one of the reasons for that was they became very scared of the Europeans because this was their second voyage over. And the first time, someone went on the ship sick. They go, guys, does anyone have a cold? Does anyone have a flu? We're serious. You can't come. You can't come if you're sick. No, I swear, it's just my allergies.
It's just allergies,
It's
bro.
just the sea air. All right. And then they brought him along, and then he sneezed on one of the locals, and then 90% of the population died.
Just ran up and sneezed on him.
And then he went back to England or whatever. And in the meanwhile,
That shit honestly sucks, right? Like even if a lot of these people came with good intentions, like just the fact that there's no immunities among the indigenous population really just sucks. Just
while the
like a
Hawaiians are
fact
going,
of
what the heck? They put a curse on us. And then Captain Cook shows up again, and he's going, I'm
fact
loving
of-
this.
of
This was brilliant last
civilization's
time. They had
meeting.
coconut bras. They had coconut cocktails.
Coconut music.
Yeah. They didn't have horses, but they would clap the coconut halves together. Grass skirt, loving it. Especially when there was a strong breeze.
Hawaiian shirts.
Moana on TV.
Moana.
And anyway, they were loving it. And then all of a
Aren't they
sudden,
making
see
a
the
live
natives and
action
they're running up, and this
version
time
of
they
that
got
now?
spears. And they're going, what's going on?
What
And
the
then,
fuck? What the hell, man? Pretty sure I heard something different. That doesn't seem right.
well, you calling me a liar?
I don't know. I heard something different.
Yeah, hold on, let me Google. I'll Google it.
Hold on. From what I understand, there was a bunch of back and forth. The Captain Cook's crew, they were friendly, and something happened, and then I think maybe some locals stole like a boat or something, and then Captain Cook took chief as a hostage, and then everybody started killing each other. I think that's what happened. I don't know.
Look, I found these ladies. They will be the arbiters of the whole thing.
Oh
It
yeah.
was, horrible because he brought disease. He's not terribly important. The best thing about him is that we killed him.
Oh no.
No, hold on. Let her.
The best thing about him is that we killed him. Okay.
That's saying.
It's not very nice.
I'm glad we ate him.
Since the cook took his diseases to the Maoris or the Tahitians, whatever, we can stay. We Hawaiians took care of this problem here. We killed Cook.
They didn't know about
Yeah, it's what the he didn't go up on the shore, start sneezing on him on purpose at least.
theory. He didn't know. All right, this lady didn't give us any substantial information, so we consulted Wikipedia as to what actually
Wikipedia,
happened.
yes.
Okay, so here's what happened. So Cook, right? He returns, and it's not just him. There's other people with him. They return to Hawaii,
Yep.
and they need to do repairs because their ship, the mast is broken. While
Oh,
they're
no.
doing that, there's a series
need
of
that.
thefts from Cook's camp. It says here that they stole iron tongs
Okay.
and baskets.
Oh.
So it's the valuable stuff, you gotta keep that in the vault.
The real high value items.
So they put up with the thieving and the pinching for a while, but then so they've got these boats, right? So they park them in the ocean. You don't want to get too close to the beach. You don't want to get stuck on the shore. So you then
sure.
take these little boats all the way to the shore, and they're called cutters. At one point, they discovered, hey, someone's stolen one of our little boats. So the next day,
Yeah,
Cook
this-
and
yeah,
about
this is
10
what
of
I
his
heard.
Dudes, they march ashore, right? And they go up to the Hawaiian king, and his name is like Turiabu. And they go, you're
Turiabu.
coming with us, fella. We're going to
Oh, wait, actually, wait, maybe I shouldn't say that.
take you as a hostage, and then we're going to force the natives to return the boat, please. Also, I want those tongs back. And that basket.
And also, how did you possibly get past our security to steal the tongs and basket?
But in the chaos, when they're trying to take the king, a Hawaiian chief shows up,
Okay.
and his name is like Kalimu, and he's shot and
Oh.
killed.
Real bad timing on his part.
Things have escalated from
Yeah, all right, yeah, there you go. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Cook died in the end.
tongs and boats to murder.
I like to imagine he just pops into the hut like, oh, hey guys, what's happening here? Bang! just real wrong place, wrong time.
I got those 10 Hawaiian pizzas you ordered.
Pizza time.
Pizza
So the
time.
natives, they get angry.
Understand.
What the? Is that fucking Voldemort? What the fuck? Is that an actual image? Who is that dude?
Cook and his crew take off running. They're going back for the longboats.
Yep.
They're like, we got to get out of there. We got to get off this island. We've made a big mistake.
Yep.
Huge. And
Huge-
then while they're
huge
pushing their boats
mistake.
into the water, Cook and the crew are attacked by the natives. Uh-oh. Now, they're fighting, and it's all in slow motion, and Cook turns around, he shoots and he kills a native warrior. At that point, he is then struck with a wooden club, and then someone stabs him with
He
an
got
iron
fucking bombed.
dagger.
Real like level 1 goblin items to be killed by. he took a collective 12 damage from that.
Cook then fell down, and he, along with 4 other soldiers, were never seen again by the men who escaped back to the Resolution, which is the big ship. And then they weirdly preserved his body and did a whole bunch of things. We can't show the images; it's very gruesome. I think they kind of liked him by the end.
Wait, there
At
were
least once he was
images?
dead.
It's hard to
Wait. What do you mean images? Wait. When was this?
be angry at a body, I guess.
Yeah, interesting.
That is, yeah, okay, that's very different to what I was led to believe. I would like to know how this other chief was shot and killed. Well, I suppose the instigating event was the theft, but that definitely escalated it a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, how do you go?
Littering, stealing tongs, homicide.
Yeah, the chief might have attacked him or something.
Okay, yeah, if it was a self-defense, then that would make a bit more sense.
The chief. Okay, so who did he take hostage again? He took somebody hostage, and then the chief attacked him, or didn't, or did he just say, I don't know.
I'm so sorry to the editor who has to proofread all the nonsense that
Yeah.
I've all the nonsense and half truths.
Yeah, things that we've overheard in a fever dream. When
yeah, like I heard half of it at a pub
when
because
we're in the club, or we're in the somewhere cool.
Yeah.
Talking about
with
Captain Cook.
Yeah, to a glass at the toilet stall and at the kebab shop, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a good fact.
Yeah,
I'm
delicious
gonna
one.
put that's going
what else happened?
right in the brain, right in the memory hole for later. They're gonna love this one.
You're gonna love this one at the office.
Nordman, I sentence
Nordman,
you
he's
to
back.
2 years in the prison slammer. But I'm innocent. And just so you learn a lesson, here's 4 additional months.
Oh my God! What a deal!
Welcome to my life. In Redemption. It's hell in here. They track your every move.
Prisoners, it's time for cookies.
Why are
I
dumb
hope
words
you'll
so
accept
funny?
them.
There's no privacy in this jail at all.
Is that Uncle Vernon?
It's like a goddamn prison.
We have trackers all over this prison, and we're going to use that to collect data and sell it to marketers. But someone here has been using a VPN,
Oh, hello,
and I have a
Dexter.
suspicion of who it
Little
is.
Dexter's
I'll
here.
never rat out
Everybody
my
say
crew.
hi.
Warden,
Have it your way, then.
just let me out, Warden. You don't have to make this such a huge deal.
I love his ads. They're just so
prison wallet.
dumb.
Kid,
Is something in
if
my
you ever
prison
find
wallet?
yourself in the hole, use
Oh,
this.
it's Saley Man.
Saley eSIM.
The Saley eSIM
Wait,
gives you 20 gigabytes
is this a-
of mobile
is this a
data, which you
collaboration
can use anywhere in the world.
Sponsor?
And then you pair it with the NordVPN app, and then you're totally anonymous as well, and you can pretty much go anywhere and do anything.
Wait, is he getting
A
paid?
gift when you sign up to NordVPN.
Is he getting? Wait.
Hello,
What?
Nord 24 hours support hotline.
Hello, Dexter.
I'm in solitary,
He
and I'm
just jumped
feeling
up in my
very
lap.
alone right now.
Where did he go? Impossible!
No,
Come
please
with
don't
me.
rub on the mic.
I can't. I belong here. But where are you gonna go,
Why?
kid?
What did you do?
With Nord's thousands
What
of
is
servers
Saley Man?
around the
What the
globe,
fuck did you do?
anywhere but here.
Final call for the flight. All passengers please line up by the gate.
Not leaving so soon, are you? Huh? I changed my mind about jail. Saley Man?
I
I
changed my
sentence you
mind.
to a life sentence with me.
Oh my God, the
Naughty
lore!
Dufresne was never seen again by authorities. But
I've
he
actually
went
never
on to
watched
commit
Shawshank
many,
Redemption.
many more crimes.
I really
So
should.
get NordVPN today with nordvpn.com/incognito. Get a huge deal on a 2-year plan plus 4 extra months. And when you sign up using
extra
my link, you
months.
get a free eSIM with Saley. Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, so it is actually like a collaborative thing. That's crazy. Are they owned by the same company or something?
Would you live at the bottom of the ocean?
Absolutely not. Not even.
No.
I don't even want to think about it. No. Look, I'm first.
Okay. Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends on what you mean by the bottom of the ocean. Would I live there? Hell yeah. And I feel like if it caves in, I mean, I might get crushed by the glass and the sudden pressure, but I feel like I have a chance of survival just like right underneath the surface.
I played Bioshock 1 and 2. That seems like an awful idea.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to visit, maybe. But
I'd quite like to live under the ocean.
really?
That seems really neat, live in a big glass semicircle.
Like
Yeah,
sandy
like a
cheeks.
chute, like a window that just opens up and just fish pour in and close it, and that's your dinner. I just like to imagine like some like 1950s housewife just opening up the windows to get some air in, and just a bunch of fish flopping.
Dude, what if it's like a fucking force field, right? And there's just fish going by, and you just open up the window and you just put your hand through the force field and grab a fish. Oh, that'd be awesome.
The apple pie on the windowsill just gets obliterated.
Now, I wanted to show you this because I saw this the other day and I thought it was
Natural
very
World
neat.
Facts.
Okay, so this is a very cool channel. It's called Natural World Facts, right? And this particular video.
Every time I see Natural World Facts, I think it's Zay Frank's other channel, but I forget. He's got like a family friendly channel, But obviously, I don't watch that.
Is on
It's called something
brine
generic
pools.
like that.
And so what happens is, at the bottom of the ocean, there are different levels of salinity.
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes you
Yeah,
have
I've
these
seen these.
pockets of exceedingly salty water. And they're usually filled with like sulfur and lots of other bad.
I've seen like videos of people like running through them, right? And it looks really fucking cool.
Stuff too.
Yeah, right.
So
Or,
it's
like,
this guy-
pretending to
here's this
dive
crab
into
and he's
it.
loving it. And look at all
Yeah.
these muscles.
Oh,
Brilliant.
you'd be stoked.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
And then there's a pool over here, and somehow it's breached its wall, and then it's just slid downhill, and it spills out like
no.
a river running through the bottom of the ocean across the sea floor. And it just finds like its lowest point, right? Because it's heavier than the rest of the water.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
And there's all these like oysters that are like, it's great being down here, lower than the brine pool. I'm loving this.
Look at those idiots up there stuck in the brine pool, unlike us. Downhill chads.
Food's falling down here all the time.
Downhill
We're getting
chads.
big and fat and we love it.
The downhill chad versus the brine pool virgin.
And then it's like, hey, what's that? What's that smell? Is it getting darker? 5 seconds later, he's like, I can't get out of the way. I can't get out of the way. And they just get devastated.
How long would it take them to die? Like how quick is their like respiration? I know nothing about oysters or anything like that.
So it really is like the Goo Lagoon and SpongeBob, like how they have water.
Oh, yeah.
It's the sequel to
Yes.
water. There's water inside
It's
water.
the sequel to water.
It's crazy that it is just so much darker. Like,
Oh my God,
in a
look at
fantasy game, that would be the void or the dark evil that seeps across the land.
Look at these stupid fish. Like, they can see it's just death incarnate, and then,
What's down here?
oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dead.
Yeah, fish are stupid. I think if they had eyebrows, we'd feel bad for them,
Right.
but they don't. So, like,
That's a good
if you
point.
saw someone like throw a puppy off a cliff, you'd feel horrible.
Right.
But like discusing a fish off a cliff, that would honestly be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They're so alien looking. They can't emote that you
Speaking
don't
of,
really feel
Dexter's
bad
just-
for them. I feel like being a
Dexter's
fish is
Dexter's just laying in my lap, looking directly up at me. I don't. What do you want, Dexter? Why do you keep looking at me?
literally the
He's so
worst
cute.
animal you could roll.
Yeah.
Because, like, at least if you're a land mammal, you can at least see the world around you.
Right.
Fish is like, you can see at most 2 to 5 meters in front of you.
Yeah, you got your eyes at the side of your head.
At any point, you can just get Five Nights at Freddy's jump scared by, like, a bigger fish, of which there is, like, infinite amounts of.
Like, oh, wow, look, a tasty morsel. That thing looks delicious. So I go and I take a little bite. Oh my god, something's pulling on my face.
Apparently, they did studies on that and talking about how fish that have been caught will actually avoid, or like have a tendency to avoid, being caught for several months later.
Something's pulling on my fucking face. And then you know what? You might pull a cool trick and somehow you might get loose of the line and you go, whoa, that wasn't a tasty morsel at all. I got tricked. Oh, there's something in my mouth. And you've just got the hook now forever. It's like, there's
That
something
does
between
suck.
my teeth. Steve, could you get this?
Could you imagine just having, even just the idea of like something between your teeth and you can't do anything about it? Imagine, then just having like a piece of shrapnel in your face that's just stuck there. And not only do you not have the capability of removing it, nobody you know
else
does.
And no one feels any sympathy either. At best, you get you got a new piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, Jeff's gone metal, huh?
Well, I think it's because no matter what, the fish's life ends in a brutal and violent way.
Yes.
There is no fish retirement.
The fish grows old and grey and slumps off from the herd to die.
Yeah, what the fuck happens to do fish ever just like keel over and die of old age? Does that happen? That definitely happens. Like, because in like aquariums and shit, if you have like a pet fish, it'll just die one day.
A peaceful life amongst the trees and
Hold my fin.
I see the
Like in Harry Potter, it'll just disappear one morning.
light. No, it's getting eaten, torn apart. Your cheeks getting pulled by a rod. You're getting dissolved by stomach acid alongside 500 other fish in the whale's guts. You're drowning in saltier water. There's no good out.
That dude's just
For a fish.
going for it.
Yeah, the idea of being a fish is like you're in like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 24/7.
Every
Like
direction they turn around, you hear the revving of the chainsaw.
you're literally running 24/7. Except you've also got 2 extra axes to deal with because a fish could come from a bubble below too.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
You can't like hide
That's
behind
true,
a bush.
yeah.
I wish you could hide in some rocks on the seabed, and also visibility, right? Like unless you're in crystal clear waters.
And there's no way that
being a
they're not
fish
weirded out by
sucks.
the
What's-
deep sea
what's this
fish
video
either.
about
Like, they
again?
must be looking at some of those guys and being like, they look fucking
Exploration.
But you reckon they're like it's like they can't bring it up? Kind of offensive. Like
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, they're just like, they're little fish kids. They go, no, don't be insensitive. Hey,
it's like when a child sees like a disabled person and starts like pointing at them or whatever, and just like no, that's just how they are. It's okay.
It's okay. I wonder if they just have like a list of talking points where they just write down like 5 things and then the conversation just spins off.
Would you ever want to climb a mountain?
I wouldn't climb a mountain. I'd walk up one. I would never do Everest. There's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
pretty high percentage chance you don't get out of that.
I just don't see the appeal. You got to take like,
Aren't there like thousands of people that do it every year now? Like there's like actually like a waiting list to get on Everest, which is crazy to think about.
3 weeks off work.
Yeah, there's a good chance you'll just die in one of the worst ways, like either getting crushed or rolling down a hill or falling down a crevasse and breaking your leg and just starving to death. Like there's innumerable ways you could die. I'm sure the view is spectacular.
I don't think it is. I think you can barely see anything.
That's what I'm saying. But even what you do see is like when it's something like this, like the image you have there, it's like, oh, you just see more snowy rocks. It's
see
not
more
like you
rocks.
climb to
Yeah.
the top of a nice hill in Yellowstone Valley.
There's
or
no
something.
nice restaurant up there.
No, exactly. You're not uncovering like a hidden lagoon or valley or
Oh, dude, that would be so cool. Is if like you climb Mount Everest and you find like Olympus or some shit. Oh, that would be so cool.
something. And especially like Mount Everest as well. You're doing it with like 600,000 other people. So it's like I've heard during peak time of the year, it's literally like a conga line to the top of the
Yeah.
mountain. So it's not
Oh,
even like
really?
you're like a bold explorer going where no one's gone before. Didn't someone do
Is it
in, like-
actually just people like just following each other? I figured. I remember when I was in France, and kind of off topic and unrelated, but I went to visit the catacombs, and the line relatively wasn't that long. It was like 50 people, but it took like 2 hours to wait in that line because they would only let a couple of people go in every so many minutes. And I really did appreciate that when I went in, because then it just wasn't like this long line of people in the catacombs. I'm sure there's also like a safety element to it, so that way people don't just go wandering off, and you can keep track of them. But like, it was nice because, you would run into people, but it was actually pretty, you would just kind of be down there and just walk around and be like, oh, this is cool. As opposed to just waiting in a line.
shorts? One of those like guys who says they can like control their body temperature. I'm
Dexter,
not kidding.
what are
I
you
think a
doing?
guy did do that. Is it? Yeah, it's Wim Hof. I thought it was him.
Wim
the
Hof.
Iceman says he's able to like
Dexter,
regulate
can
his
you
body
please-
I mean,
temperature and shit.
there must be something
He's
to it
causing-
if he can.
He always
Yeah,
knows
he
when
didn't
I'm.
die.
You'd be
when I'm
pissed off,
short.
wouldn't you? Like you've spent several $1,000s at Kathmandu, kidding yourself out, and you just see some guy.
Yeah, it feels like you're way topping everybody.
It's already impressive to climb to the top, and now he's like doing it even better than you. It's like, come on, man, at least let me have this. Wasn't Dark Souls? You can pick your class.
So wait, that's a real guy. He just climbs mountains in just like his boxer shorts. That's crazy.
And you can be like, is it depraved or something? You're just in your.
Oh, yeah, I know the one you mean.
He's just combat rolling to the top of the top of the mountain.
He's fighting off the cold. Not
Okay, let
letting
me
the
tell you what
cold
I
ticks
explored.
hit him.
Okay,
I explored the bookshop on the weekend.
that's like a mental exploration.
I used to have a lot of books, like a lot of books.
You seem well read.
I'm not particularly read, Well, bro.
I'm not well read either. I just like books. I just like to be around them and absorb their knowledge through osmosis. I never read them.
Well read. But what happened was, I used to buy books for $1.
Sure.
Very quickly, I accumulated a lot of books. And anyway, I moved to one place and then a flood happened. And then I moved to another place. They got kind of left to the elements and so much dust got in there. So I went full 1930s mode.
Oh,
and
no.
I had a fire in the
You did a
backyard
book burning.
I had a book burning of my own stuff. And I thought, I'm just going to start the collection again. And so this weekend, I went to the bookstore and I got some better books. Some books.
$2.
I actually just committed to reading some Shakespeare. I've only ever read Romeo.
I got some books with
Dexter.
pictures in them.
So comics or
You just unpaused the video. I just committed to reading Shakespeare and or at least some Shakespeare, maybe some of the comedies. But I've only ever read Romeo and Juliet, like back in high school. I've never read any other Shakespeare.
like children's books.
So they've got a whole aisle now dedicated to manga.
I think it's pronounced
Manga.
manga.
And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to see what all the fuss is about. And so they had these books on like Junji Ito, and I thought, well, yeah, it's quite spooky. I like spooky stories.
Oh yeah, he's
Junji
good.
Ito's good.
So I got a couple of those. I'm wondering.
I don't really read manga or manga, whatever. Dexter, what are you doing? Jesus, he's just causing a racket. Yeah, I don't really read manga. I kind of like the collection aspect of it, but it feels like they're just too expensive. You read them too quickly. Like I could read a manga in like 30 minutes, right? And and then you just have to spend another $15 or some shit.
Around, and I get to the like mystical aisle, and I thought, oh, this would be funny. I'll buy her story and like a book on witchcraft. And then when people come around and visit, I'll like leave it on the coffee table.
The coffee table
and I'll
book.
tell people that her historian's really into this stuff now.
Oh, dog-eared with like a bookmark in it. And...
Yeah, yeah. So I'm in that sort of aisle, and there's a whole bunch of tarot cards there.
Oh,
Yeah, let's have a look at that. So I look at those. I pick it up, and the box feels very light. I went, oh, that's weird. And it says
Did somebody steal them?
Please see at the
Please
counter.
see- oh,
they
okay.
can't trust tarot cards in the store regular. Interesting. So I went to the front counter, and I bought my.
I wonder if it's like some mystical bullshit. Because like, I know. Because I met a girl and she was like actually into like tarot cards and shit. And she's like, oh, you're actually nobody's allowed to touch them other than the owner. Otherwise they like lose their magicness. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I can't like touch. She like did like a reading for me. And I don't remember anything about it, but she was like, just don't touch them, okay? And I was like, all right. Is that what this is about?
A couple of books. And I said to the lady, why are all the tarot cards behind the counter? And she goes, there's so much shoplifting of tarot.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's just shoplifting.
It's like the most stolen thing in the whole store.
oh wow! I would not have picked that.
No.
You know what? I bet it's because you can resell them like individually. And I mean, you could definitely resell them like full sale, but you could totally resell them individually because people will want like a cool, like, oh, the lover card or whatever.
Oh, I wouldn't have either. I thought that was so interesting. And I said, so what's number 2? And then she points down at my book. She goes, we've got a copy of Berserk up the back, and we don't even
really?
keep it at the front counter.
Yeah,
We keep it in the storage out the
That's
back.
crazy.
that does not surprise me because I've tried to buy the first edition of Berserk. So I'm like, I want to read this, but it's never anywhere. And I just
Yeah,
assumed,
really?
it's so popular that it's sold out. But that makes way more sense that people were just shanghaiing it.
Hey, yeah. She also said, like, well, the reason that the tarot cards are stolen so often is because they're so easy to resell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Would stealing them not imbue them with some dark energy, or does that like activate their powers? Now, ironically, if
enhances
the store
them.
actually used the tarot cards, they would know that they're about to get stolen from.
Yeah, it's like
I feel like if there was somebody who was actually like worried about that, it's like, oh, you stole them, isn't that like bad juju? The person would be like, no, you see, because tarot cards are magical objects not to be commercialized, and so I actually did it a favor by releasing them from their capitalistic greed. And you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. And they're like, all right, now $30 for the set, please.
how no one steals a Ouija board because you always see it coming.
It's funny how recent Ouija boards are.
Yeah, I've heard it's Parker Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was just some goofy board game from like the 60s.
Dude, Ouija boards have
Don't
very
glow in the dark. New
solidly
glow-in-the-dark Ouija.
Be like,
like set themselves up in like the mainstream horror zeitgeist. That was very, very good on Parker Brothers or whoever made it.
if Mousetrap turned out to be haunted or something.
Oh yeah, no, I like that. It's like, whatever you do, do not go seeking the cheese. I did once, and boy, do I regret it. Do you remember the Mousetrap ad?
It's
That's
a crazy
only thing I-
contraption.
No,
Wait,
no, it's the crazy action.
contraption.
Something action. The crazy
contraption. The fun is catching its mousetrap.
Fuck.
I played Mousetrap once. I don't even know if I owned it, but all I remember is that it was a pain to set up, and nobody ever wanted to play it again because it was a pain to set up.
What they should have for the tarot cards, they're plated in such a way that you just want to steal them. Even if you have no interest in stealing tarot cards, you're like, oh, I could fully take that so easily.
Yeah.
But you
And I'm sorry, I'm pausing so much, but I remember also that, at least I think, all of like the contraptions, they really had no effect on the game whatsoever. It was just all spectacle. So it's like you could play the game by itself, but then where's the fun in that, right?
do. And then all of a
Dexter,
sudden you
don't
start
you
hearing
dare.
like clinks and dinks of small ball bearings rolling around. A giant plastic cage lands on top of you. I
Whoa.
don't know how that works with OSHA, but I reckon we could get it pushed through.
Is OSHA a thing in Australia or New Zealand?
Old video games, especially old.
I think Internet Historian is Australian, and ManyKudos is New Zealand. He's a Kiwi. What do you call them? New Zealanders? He's a New Zealander. That's just a mouthful.
Online games are very creepy in a very liminal space kind of way.
I bit my tongue and I'm having a hard time talking. My tongue hurts a lot right now.
That's true.
You know, the graphics are all like very outdated, and you'll be playing games where there'll be the implication of a wider world, but you just know, and the reality is there's nothing there. Like, if I could just jump over this wall, I'm in a void.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, like you're playing Pokemon or something, and you actually manage to move the truck, and there's a door.
And you
Dude,
step
that'd be
into the
crazy.
door.
Yeah, and you go inside, right? And it's
Oh,
like
no.
a liminal space, which is very scary.
Yeah.
And it's like a cave.
Oh
You're
my God.
expecting
Liminal
to
space.
encounter Doug Trio and Zubats, but
What do you
instead
encounter?
it's nothing. As I walked through the cave, it got darker and darker, and I started to notice some strange things. There were skeletons. What's the
skeletons.
It's called like Pokemon Death Black. Or
No, it
like,
has to be called.
No, it's like
Pokemon
Violet,
Blood
I think.
or something. Pokemon. What's a scary color? Pokemon Gray. Actually, that's kind of cool.
Pokemon
that's
Gray.
a liminal color.
is there
Yeah.
like an adjective we can throw on it? Like,
No,
what about like morbid gray?
Morbid
I feel
gray.
Pokemon Gray. I feel
green.
Green.
like Pokemon Kill Your Parents Orange.
Where does this go?
I got it.
Yeah.
The weird thing was, the man at the EB Games insisted that this was the best
Wait, was whatever they said before green, was that censored? Like they cut it out? What did they say?
version. It's weird though. Never seen that man working there before.
When he spoke backwards and in tongues. And I thought he just had an aneurysm. I just shrugged.
Oh well. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Dude,
I walk up to one of the corpses.
creepypastas are so fucking funny. I love this type of shit because it's just like, you know, the creativity and the cleverness of like a 13-year-old, right? Where they're trying to be creepy. It's like, I love it.
Push A, expecting a dialogue box to open up, and one did. But it was blank, as though the programmers had forgotten to type anything in.
As if
And
the
that was when it
program-
happened. The Pokemon battle music started playing,
But backwards.
and all distorted.
Eventually, I
This is
came to
pretty
a
spooky.
crossroads. I could either go left or right. So I turned right. And as I got to the end of that path, there was another intersection. So I turned right. Eventually, I got tired. I went onto the dark
Eventually I
net,
got tired.
and I started asking, what's going on? And then someone finally replied, never
go left.
Luckily, till then, I
Hold on, wait, what's their username? What was their username? Posted by Help Me.
Someone finally replied,
Oh, no.
never go left. Luckily, till then, I had only ever gone right. And the username was just
H3
help me, yeah.
LP M3.
I logged back onto my Game Boy. I turned left.
You always got to pay attention
That's
to
when
details
it
like that.
happened. I blacked out. In the game and
In
in
real-
real life.
In real
I
life.
woke up the next day and I went outside. I was suddenly in the cave in real life. I yelled out into the cave, hello? Is anybody there?
But all I heard back was echoes. As time went on, though, the echoes started to become more distorted.
It was surreal. It was more than surreal. It was liminal.
It was liminal. Okay.
My dad's gonna kill me.
Look, liminal. I always liked liminal spaces just because they're just like cool. But obviously, the internet overdid them a bit. But they are like, just to see like an interesting liminal space image is it, you know, gives off an interesting feeling. But but yeah, now everything's liminal.
That's it. They've always got their priorities wrong, yeah.
I came across several piles of bones.
I bent down over one of the skeletons and I saw in its pocket
It's a Poke Journal.
I opened the journal and I read the first page. It said, I'm so happy. Today I just bought my copy of Pokemon Gray.
All this is written down in a journal.
I flipped through the pages and then I found it. They said they found the truck too. They went into the cave as well. And now they're saying that they're lost in the cave.
This person's style of writing was familiar.
Oh
What?
My suspicions were confirmed when I got to the final page. All that it was hundreds and hundreds of scratchings that said, don't go left.
Oh
Then
no.
I saw it. They signed their name at the bottom of their last journal entry. H3L.
H3 Productions. No. Ethan's stuck in here too.
PM3.
That's when I
Wait, how did he recognize his writing style from never period go period left? Did just all of the words have a period at the end of
realized
them?
it was saying Hithrupumr. I walked around in the game a little bit more until I saw the first human figure I'd seen in this cave in the game.
Is that Ash?
I started
with
to
long
get closer
hands?
to Ash Ketchum, but he wasn't usual. He was 18 feet tall, and his limbs were all very lanky, not like in the cartoons. Instead of, I want to be the best, he said, I want to kill everybody.
And as his face got closer, it was like my vision was overcome with TV static.
And I blacked out. When I woke up, I was in a
He won't.
strange
Of course, it just fucking continues.
new place. It was still the cave, but in the distance, I could see lights like those of a hospital room. There was a hospital bed in the cave.
Oh no, and in it was my little brother who died at childbirth. Actually, wait, that would be gross because that would just be like a fetus.
And Ash Ketchum
Oh.
was in the hospital bed. I went
I'll
over
just-
there
I'll just
to
leave the
see what
writing
was
to them.
going on. And as I got up right next to Ash, I realized he's been in a coma the whole time. Wait a minute. I had seen a theory about this.
That's when I looked back again and I realized
What was it?
Ash had my face. One of his mouth just opened and it played like the garbled, creepy Pokemon cries.
We've done that 8 times. That's why we can't do that.
But what if we did it a 9th
It
time?
can't be more static. He can't open his mouth. The more static comes out. Like this. He can!
I blinked.
It's 3
and now
times as
I was in
scary.
the bed, looking up. But I was no longer in the cave.
I was in the hospital. I
fuck
had
is
just
this
woken
from?
up, and my parents were around me. They said that I fainted.
I was looking around for my Game Boy Color, but I couldn't see it anywhere. I asked my dad, and he said, it's at home, but we haven't even bought you a single game to play in it yet.
You've been playing an empty Game Boy.
Okay, this is where it's not realistic because the parents would not know that. They if they've just bought him a game console, they're like, oh, he's good to go, right? They wouldn't realize they had to buy a game.
The whole time.
This experience shook me to my core, but my dad and mum both reassured me that
Nowadays it's like granted that it's like, oh yeah, you buy a game console, your parents know that you also need to buy games. But back then, I feel like, you know, parents most of the time they were just like, oh, here's a game console, and if nobody told them that you need to buy a game as well, they wouldn't know. They just assume that the Game Boy just plays games on its own.
everything would
Like a
be
Tiger
alright.
Electronics
Anyway,
game.
this might be my last journal entry for a few weeks. Me and my parents are going to go on holiday tomorrow to visit
We're gonna go
New
caving.
York City. Thanks, everyone. Dated September 10th, 2001.
Jesus Christ, that's so stupid. A few weeks later, I was at a cafe out with my girl when all of a sudden I looked across the table and what I saw, it
Batman?
shocked me to my core. The guy from EB Games is just like there, like Michael Caine giving like a knowing nod at the end of Batman.
Yeah. Like a pedestrian walks past and he's gone.
That's it. Yeah. Or it's got to be like a suspenseful thing, like, think of what the ramifications for the whole world will be. So, over the years, I've tried to put that all behind me, keep it out of my memory.
Is this
Maybe
after
it really
9/11?
was all just a dream. Except
Yeah.
one day, I was browsing the Pirate Bay,
Yeah.
and someone had uploaded the ROM, Pokemon Void Black.
Yeah, that's not what
There
they called it.
was, and it had been downloaded 30 million times.
What?
I clicked on it.
Wait, that's
and the
not
descrip-
million. That's wait. Am I high? Isn't that billion? Yeah, that's billion.
It was just an assy art picture of
God.
Ash Ketchum's face in
YouTube.
the bed.
What is
Exactly how I remember it.
I ran downstairs. I knew my dad liked to use the Pirate Bay. I went into his study. I burst through the door. Don't play
know
that
he likes
ROM.
to use
But when I
Pirate Bay.
opened the door to his office, there was just a chair, an empty pile of clothes, and the ROM was open. He had gone to a liminal space, and I would never see him again.
All I heard was that familiar beat.
Bum, bum,
Thanks again to NordVPN. Don't forget to get a huge deal on our trivia plan.
That song's actually a banger. I gotta admit. All right, everybody, like and subscribe. Hell yeah! Go give some love. What did I just say?